Outsiders not in a hurry, wait for the mollies to land. Mezzy plays ahead of the fire and they get flashed out, but so is he. In they come, one by one. Mezzy chews through the first and Fasha's out of ammo. He's a dead man. Even how they take that B site is so slow, so calculated.
Hey, man.
It's actually disgusting.
Yeah, it's well played. That's a compliment.
But they should have committed a little bit more there. Still a 3v3 though. It's still doable for Fnatic, but no kit.
Yeah, this could get a little awkward. You've got this flash on nykytilan. It better be a Offins. There is this crossfire between Jame and Flit. Jame with the swing, and Flit taps out Roy. We're into this 2v2, and James clean with it. All right, go on then, give us a third. Just Crim's left to beat, and he's closing the distance. Sure, but look at Jame go. Oh, it's so brutal. I would hate playing in mind. Yeah. No, but there's always that idea, you know. I think we've all been there in a game where you're like, oh, I was just feeling it. Like, that's why I swung again. You know, I was just feeling it. But, like, not always the best option. And James, yeah, it is very impressive to see how much restraint he has, right? Considering a lot of the time you're kind of left feeling like he's good enough to...
He enjoyed how, even though it hurts to watch, and it definitely hurts to call as well, saves in 3v3s, for example, it was enjoyable because it let you buy up more, it let you play for more winnable rounds, and I mean that is the bread and butter for Outsiders. That's what they do. So I think that's cool. That's something Chiron's definitely not played with or like coming into this team. No one has really. Fasha's alone on B.
Yeah, this could get pretty tough for him pretty quickly.
They want to go.
Yeah, if he's not able to hold this back, he's only got a flash as well. There's a smoke dropped over at the top of Banana, but he can't get that. And so his ability to actually like slow this down is kind of limited. nykytilan will start to rotate over, lines up a flash for him into the pool, and Fasha swings with it. If he can get out after that, he's done his job. That is a nice exit from Fasha in the round. And now Fnatic can look to group and play retake in the 4-on-3.
Let's see if Crims knows his retake nades.
Yeah, he's got everything. He's got to do it all. Although the kills are just being given over. They can't get off the board. Wallbang through the new box by the AWP, and Chiron now in the clutch. 1 kill to his name, but that molly's pushing him into the scope of the orb, and Roy catches him through the smoke. Fnatic, nicely done. Fasha takes all the risks, but comes up with the reward. 3 kills from the guy.
Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks?
What,
Crims hit every single nade.
Yeah, perfect. Great molly. Flash over. Didn't even need the HE. Saving it for later.
This was a bit strange, you know, like, I don't know if this is a counterplay. It's like 2 guys fighting for Banana a bit delayed. I think that's why Outsiders didn't just chase Fasha, right? They expected there to be a 3rd player close. It wouldn't...
But they just walk right through.
Yeah, I like that. I like that from Flit, just calling the bluff, right? Once you hear the flash go off, he's like, all right.
Oh, he's so ahead of where
they've taken their eyes off the prize, giving Flit a way in, up the Banana. Yeah, that's really clean.
What's the time?
118. Yeah, okay, that's right. Quick round here.
Just checking.
Yeah, and dude, I mean, that just felt like a really like heads-up play called from Flit.
Let's see now what Fnatic decides to do, because this is probably where they should save. But be careful, because Chiron, there's always going to be a guy in Boiler, or most of the time in this situation, so we should probably try and clear this together. Yeah, but money on Outsiders isn't great either, so they'll just leave it to Chiron if he can do something or not. But so this is like something you would see niko do, for example, on G2, Yakindar on Liquid. Like the Banana player, he just Flit felt exactly that he had timing and like what Fnatic was trying to do. And you can see he's walking in and you're looking, oh, why is he doing that? And Magic's like, oh, look at the timing. No, he like the way the nades fly, you know, the way like the support was coming in, he understands that that's a risk worth taking for him. Yeah. There could be an op there waiting for him. He could die and they could be in a 4v5. I would say as a coach, that's fine, go for that every single time, because you could see, right? Like you could see the round basically be done at 120 because of that one move.
That is really nice that, you know, these players have a bit more freedom than maybe it is claimed to make plays like that. I wonder if Mezzy reloaded after he spammed. He fired like 10 shots into the smoke.
I don't know, this must be something like they're really concerned about these long takes from Outsiders.
Oh, well, they're about to get dealt one, and even then, having the second pair of hands there hasn't helped out. nykytilan smoked off as well. Suddenly, it's like, Crims, good luck, bud.
What's the time again? My watch isn't working. 1:15?
Dude, what a boring team. I can't believe they're making us wait a whole 40 seconds.
To be winning 5-1 and the other team has to save a second gun round in a row. Jesus.
At this point, do we blame the map, not the team? Hey,
this is just reaction Counter-Strike, right? Like, you know, you killed the A player, you saw the op as well. Flit probably said that there's 2 guys B because of the nades, so you're 4v2, 5v2 if he pushes as well. They just said, let's just go, right? Like, let's just pay attention to the spacing so they can't get multi-kills and re-peaks with the op, and let's just trade, right?
Yeah.
Like, however, they probably have some very simple protocol for that situation. You know, maybe just like 1 flash, 1 molly that they throw, or the apps guy knows how to play. Like, you have these things set when you want to speed up and take advantage of the timing or the setup, you just do it, right? Like in this situation, after you kill the first guy, you see the op is long, you just smoke small pit and you can go short with 5 guys. Like the op has to push through the smoke, you have to deal with 1 guy, pit, balcony, apps, and that's it.
Yeah, we haven't
no
seen
need to complicate.
Haven't seen a short player all game for Fnatic, right? They did the triple longs on or the quad longs on the ecos. Then there was double long with an AWP setup. Crims was back in Balk, fell pit. They heard him from apps. So we've not seen anyone fighting for mid really for Fnatic. They attempted just there.
Play 3B, you know, passive to try to out-mind game, but that's not happening.
That would have been the way in, but nykytilan checks wide. They're still executing.
Yeah, they still want to come for this. I mean, hell, all they've seen is this all playing it passive from back of the coffin.
Chiron made a lot of noise, though, falling back from boiler.
So it's dropped a little hit. Yeah. Mezzi's moved around.
He's got no nades to throw in, though. It's still nykytilan on an island, and nothing worse than him having the nades here. He doesn't want to pull them and then get peeked immediately. 40 seconds, outsiders. It's kind of gone wrong with Flit getting picked, and they're going to go back, leaving the AWP, holding for the re-aggression as they set up into this mid-hold.
Oh, and this is exactly what Fnatic want. This is it. Like, they finally have a nice mid setup to deal with this. The molly burns out Fame.
Ooh,
Fasher
nice.
will miss the timing on him, so he's gotten all the way up long and is now let loose in CT. Oh, that's nearly, that is awkward. Falling off the balcony and Fame decapitates Mezzi on the rotate round.
That's why I love watching this team sometimes. Like, Fame's not even trying to assist on that A attack. He is simply just trying to screw Fnatic over and cut them out of winning the retake. If his team all die there on short, he looks like a beta, but killing that player has forced nykytilan to save. And yeah, with Fnatic falling off of their boost, off of their high horse. Ugh.
Dude, I just think, like, you know, that round is like a very good example of Fame's like super low on health, right? So the odds of him like actually having impact in the fight for the site is pretty low. Like, he probably just dies. If he just goes back and tries to fight there, he's like a dead man. So instead, it's like this idea of, okay, we'll go for broke. If my teammates win their fight over on short, I'm going to be in CT. And if I get 1 out of this at 4 points of health,
HP, he has to take a higher risk to have impact. But it also could have been, if he killed the rotator, they can also go back to B. But they just had good timing. They heard the guy drop down. And you know, if Fnatic is up 5-1, this probably doesn't happen. Like, that's them being a little bit impatient, thinking, oh, they can go back.
Either party. The molly, as he fights behind it, and Kicker, blinded by his teammates' flash, still couldn't see. 5v4 Fnatic. What do they do here? They've not had one of these comfortable situations, and outsiders pick up the pace. They go back to A, trying to fight for mid. Again, it's been gifted over, but outsiders don't seem tempted in by this setup. James is solo AWPing. He has no one covering long. If they just swing him, he dies right now. If they have any kind of flash, no. They're just going to walk up as James sits in the open looking for this kill, and they're about to clear him.
ooh, it's the slowest clear, but eventually, there we go.
Now he's running.
Mate, that's wild. You see him there. You're not really sure what's going on, but they do start to send Fasher back over towards B to help Mezzi out.
Save? No.
25 seconds left as they move through on this one. They get one of the openers, right? This is a 3-on-5 as it begins. Now they just got to get past Mezzi. They deal with him immediately. Oh, goodness. The alarm bells are going off. Roy's got a flash. Gonna send them through. nykytilan, that is quick. Nice kill to Fame. There's still two more to find over here at Banana.
Oh, dear.
Flit lies in wait. Back turned right now. Crims has got this timing. He's nailed it. Flit dead, and so Chiron's got to do it all alone. Trapped in at the coffin. First peek for nykytilan connects. He doesn't even scope in. That's 3 in the round from the Fnatic AWPer to save the day.
Yeah, nice smoke to make Crims seem like he wasn't coming from Banana. They try and cut him off in the post plant, that player at top car, and Crims just delays by a few seconds to make Flit doubt it. And nykytilan's hit some shots, man, in that round. Well, a shot, really. The one on the fading smoke in CT spawn right there, and then a no-scope to close.
think
That's one way
Fnatic
to
should
do
be
it.
a little bit really like this double long setup every round.
Yeah. But
Which is so strange because, you know, if you smoke off long and small pit, like those players are completely cut out from the side. But now at least they go for an information play, right?
Yeah, they
Might be a little bit too late though.
Yeah, Roy does kind of get the idea, the gist of what's happening here, but it all comes down to can Mezzy at least go 1-for-1. He really can't afford to do anything less in this position. Getting spammed out, double dink. Oh, but all the kills are coming up in favor of Outsiders. Fash is trying to make a hero play.
What?
And niko runs in with the P2K. A quick kill back from Jame, a 1v1, and it's won by Crims. Fnatic onto a third, like we all expected.
the faith you have to have in your
That's
teammates. Cool. I
crazy.
dinked 2 in pit. I dinked 2. Trust me. And he runs in with the sidearm.
Dude, that was, I don't even, like, you know, we could see all that unfurling, and I had no clue at any moment who was going to win that round.
That's insane, dude. The double up with the P2K. And Fnatic, they keep doing it. They keep going through this coffin.
Just are more methodical about taking B.
Oh, dear, James.
Oh, they're going back in.
Yeah.
That is awkward on the timing. Tag back from James Orp, and Kicker looking to go for a trade, but doesn't want to go any further. Good thing he didn't. That Orb rotated round. Instead, Fame going to be left to try and find a bit of room. Creeping up long, and there's the opener. Crims falls, and suddenly he's opened a back door for Outsiders into this A site.
Yeah, only one man in the pit. Got to stop it all. Roy's already dropped his smoke, but he's playing wider than it. Looking for this first kill. Kicker delivers. That's a big shot to make this round Outsiders. It will force the save. You already mentioned the money, Yanko, and it's coming into play.
It's a big shoulder peak. I mean, even if he dies, I think, you know, his teammate gets the trade. And Crims, you know, that's a bad death in that situation, right? Like, you have the man advantage. You just can't give away a cheap death. You should just play for information, play to buy time. You know, whenever you have a man advantage, obviously you don't want to give away 1v1s. You want to make sure if you die, you're traded. So yeah, that was a big round for Fnatic to try and get some momentum. What do you think, Rush?
Hello?
Hello. You're on camera, Rush.
Hey, Rush.
Oh, I am?
Yeah,
What's
hey,
going on,
buddy.
guys? You guys doing all right?
Yeah.
Think Vash is going to die?
You tell me if
No,
we're doing
no.
all right. You're listening to us.
Yeah. You sounding good, Yanko, down there.
Thanks,
As a
Rush.
caster, a color caster.
It's due
Very
to
nice.
that brilliant observing of yours.
Oh, thanks,
Just keep
man.
looking at the radar and not at the...
At the mini map.
Yes.
All right, we'll do.
Rush, when can we swap out? When can I observe a game in Newcastle?
Whatever you want. Next map, Vertigo.
I don't think I'll do a Vertigo.
No, it's great, man. Fnatic, they have this cool play where 4 of them go A and then...
On the T side.
I mean, it's something you were talking about in the early in the day, Yanko, with Chad on the desk about Inferno specifically and it being CT or T-sided and the stats now flipping in favor of the T side. I didn't have a question here, but I just thought it was an interesting talking point.
Just say that I was right.
Just like, yeah, just
No,
kind
no,
of like paying respect to you.
yeah,
you
no,
know?
it was an interesting conversation to listen to. I
You
don't know,
should-
would you call
you should tune
Outsiders
into our podcast.
Yeah, which one?
Talking Calm.
I've listened to almost every episode, don't worry.
Attaboy.
Do you think Outsiders are a better T-side team than CT?
Yes, at the moment, probably. I mean, they lost the game to Fnatic on CT side in Katowice, so this is brave by Flit.
I like I like the variety of setups that Fnatic have done at top B though. Like they've had a lot of different pushes with flashes, without double setups, or they've tried to keep it fresh even if it's not worked out. Finally, play for sure and win some fights. But Fame has dropped out apps to get that kill, and Fasher catches the bomb going back on its own. The first banana push for Fnatic reaps rewards, and Fame now has to pull up with a clutch with 20 seconds. I think James screaming save in his ear.
Yeah, there's no winning here. There's no winning in this 1v3. But dude, you know, as much as we've been crediting Outsiders there, I do like that Fnatic, they also have like a good read on that situation. When they catch Flick coming up banana like that, they know that it kind of, you know, is given that vibe that he's going for one of those solo creeps up again where he's trying to keep it pretty pacey, trying to get there early and like chancing for that fight. And they very, very quickly react to that by like taking the room and actually moving down banana. And I think whenever you're playing Outsiders, whenever you make a call to go and take space like this, you know, it's pretty ballsy, right? Like, this is a team that do like a bit of a hold, that will kind of sit back and wait for you to overextend.
It can be inaccurate. Yeah, it did miss. Chiron tries to sell it. I mean, Fnatic don't even have the info. They don't know the smoke is missed.
All they've done is hear a smoke and hear the gunshots, and now they're all paranoid.
They're ready for this B play.
Fasha, he's been pretty good in this position, right? Often a source of this opening kill, but in this round, he brings Split to 1 HP.
Can't think with an AK.
Mezzi. Oh dear, he's given up his position, and he's tapped out by the 1 HP player from earlier on, and that's a save, ladies and gentlemen. Woo, and Chiron's not even going to let that happen.
That was like what they're gonna plant. But yeah, I mean, it's hard with no information. Okay, that was very brave. But yeah, and Fasher, he already got a kill or two from this play, right? Sneaking on the right side of the smoke. That's not going to work 5 times in 1 half. And you can tell, like, Mezzi has the defensive smoke setup, but it's almost as if both of them are playing on their own. Like, that's not a setup where they're playing together, or one can play off of the other. Like, you're just sort of sneaking and trying to make a play on your own, and outsiders are really good at punishing that. So it feels like a very disappointing round for Fnatic in such a crucial round.
Yeah, part of that comes from the fact that because of the long util came down and Fnatic were playing inside of A, they didn't know they were being split CT. So you could actually see Mezzi being paranoid about a CT, like a long to CT wrap through Arch. And so they couldn't play like a CT site crossfire. Sure, I agree.
I mean, look at Fame's POV, right? Like, look at this. Like, there's 3 guys waiting for you. There's no flash. Like, they could have gotten 1 kill and would have been immediately traded. It wouldn't matter at all, right? Like, you go back, you watch.
In Chiron, you have a better entry, or you know, you have a sole entry player, so Flit can play a little more lurky on T sides as well. And again, he's just gone through with the goods.
Flit versus Fnatic is a sick matchup, man.
This is fun.
This is
1v9.
Also, the utility has been great. Like, nades are doing some damage all the time.
Oh, bro! Like,
get him out.
You try to go back in, and Flit is just waiting there, foaming at the mouth. He's like, "Please, give me the round. Give me the openers. Give me these gunfights." This is crazy.
At this point, it's also just frustration from Fnatic.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, you're slowly being chipped away every single round. You're just like, well, I might just take the fight to them, but they'll punish you with that too.
2v5 and a minute on the clock, and still outsiders wait patiently.
You know how many teams would just say, we're 5v2, it's 10-4, they would just run in together? Not these guys.
But they're even faking. They're faking A right now. They've split them 1-1. Crim's needed and more than that, and without that, it will be less. Nika does 1v3. There is a lurker, and Kicker is sending
All right,
it.
bud,
but
like
this is nice. And that's the half you would think. He's now got 2 1v1s. He's being flanked. Timing is everything. If Chiron runs too fast, he will be heard, but he waits for niko to cross to the hit. There are 4 players here. It should be a massacre. Same can't die, or they will panic. They're not going to panic. The flash goes over. Out come Fnatic.
Oh, yeah. First kill found. Down in the pit, Fasha with a good trade. Chiron's got these dual Berettas, and is the last man remaining inside of the A site. Now it's a split push between the apartments and the pit player. And they know this third guy was over on B. So right now, Chiron knows where both these players are. And he's just waiting. His teammate up in mid falls, and 35 seconds left. This bomb trapped in the pit. They need to flush out Chiron. They're moving in. The dualies. Ooh, it's a little ugly. And now they swing them together. Everyone in a line. They won't give him a way in to win that clutch.
He shot the chicken, right? That was a chicken? It looked like he shot a chicken in the pit. Damn. Hate to see that. Fasher was 1 shot from death, but couldn't find the kill. And a very nice slowdown for Fnatic. As they get into pit, they just chill. They wait for that third man to come back with the P2. Safety in numbers and all. Double up for Fasher. Easy does it. Come back?
No, but outsiders, you know, they forced
it to try and like drive it home. And he had a pretty rough spawn, but he's caught up with niko, and it feels like they're just going to wait for this early volley of util down at Banana. But I do suspect Mezzi's going to look to be that point man.
He's an alt mid, mate. He's just setting them up with some flashes. They are ready to go in top mid, and they're taking Banana back. That molly forces Flick to the site. Oh, ugly spray for Fame. Won't get a chance to use his smoke. He's dead. 5-on-4, Fnatic might just go ahead with this one, but they're already walking back into B, and Kickett's re-aggression has been punished as well. 2 dry faces from outsiders in this round, and it's really dug them their own grave. They can spam the smoke all they want. Fnatic will wait for the reload and then walk right in.
Outsiders, like, Flit is trying to fight for Banana. He has a teammate. he has Kicker throwing nades for him from coffins, and Chiron is on boost. It's like, you know, it's so strange. Like, why isn't he fighting with Flit or throwing nades for Flit and Kicker? Like, I guess they're just letting Flit do his own thing, and if he dies and they decide to speed up because the read from Fnatic is it's 2B, then you have Chiron there as a joker to get a couple of kills, right? Like, Kicker would fight from coffins and then no one would look at boost, and he could get maybe 2 kills. But that's such a sort of next level mind game that you're trying to sell. And also, if Flit is already there, maybe Fame doesn't need to play that.
Yeah,
I think
it seemed
that
like they
was
weren't ready for like the pace of Fnatic just walking dry up mid. He's just caught in the open in front of Arch or in front of Porch. Like, it didn't look like he was ready to be double faced in mid.
And he also whiffed a little bit of his spray. Yeah. Like, he could have gone and killed there at least.
Ooh,
I like it. They're really trying to remove these guns, man. Like,
Didn't need to swing that.
That was
James is now giving him the wiggle with the finger.
Could have just
because
hit.
that's just unnecessary. That frag, if Chiron gets it, changes nothing for outsiders. But actually for Fnatic, but it changes a lot now for outsiders because
That's very clearly Fnatic trying to fake. And in fact, they'll fake for Flip by dropping another smoke in the choke point as Fnatic walk out A. It won't matter. Oh, James, at least they fired off. He knows what's going on. Yanko, take it away.
Fame has a flash. James gets a kill. James is peeking long. James gets flashed. James falls back. Chiron gets a kill. Chiron might get another kill here, Hugo.
Yeah.
Fasher has good timing to push. He has the bomb. Kickert is in library. The time! Oh, the time, Harry!
Oh, nice trade.
The potatoes, the onions. The traffic is insane. What's the weather like? I'm just shouting. It's so exciting. Another kill. 5 seconds. Screams can't do anything. They've done it.
Oh, my goodness. Dallas, pour your heart out.
That was incredible.
Wow.
Oh, dude, I'm actually so glad we got that.
Poetry.
It was like kind of like very
like
self-aware, like,
casts right
like kind of like fourth wall breaking commentary. It was good.
Do I get a Reddit appreciation thread yet? Or?
Yeah, I will work on getting one put up for you. Can someone do that?
I'll get on one of my alts.
Yeah, I'll get on it.
Oh, that was excellent, Yankee. You got a career in this industry, despite what everyone's been saying.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, you know, I've tried a lot.
I'm going to try and play around the bike on this one way, but they're boxing him in. They are boxing him in, and it was only a matter of time. James holding for a cross, but if he's not given a kill with that smoke down, that's gonna seal the deal, isn't it? We know how the round goes now.
It's the problem is you're 2 on A, right? Like, I can understand if you're 3 on A and you have some sort of a setup and you want to smoke yourself, but you could see from the moment he sees someone till the moment the smoke pops and he can play around it, the guy is already pushing him pit, and James can't really help him. He's in library. I mean, that's a very, very weak A setup, even for 2 guys, you know? So with the time being 35 seconds, smoke apps. They have to, if they are coming A, they will have to commit through it, and then you will get a kill or not. And if they're going B, your smoke isn't going to mean all that much in the retake. I mean, it's a you should use it there.
The smoke bike is great for the short hit because you can actually one-way really well, literally on top of the bike to fight short. It's great because you can get mollied if they come out short. But whenever it's apps pops, they almost never pop a molly into the pit because they're jumping at apps and knife out. They're just trying to get space. And I feel like whenever you see an apps pop player or apps pop go into that pit smoke, maybe they buy a few seconds, but the smoke rarely helps them.
Pit too often, like as well, you know.
He's
like
got full nade, Janko.
James has a smoke as well, like, you know, James can use it.
He's not even going to get his molly out. They are about to pop. They're just going. He's got to fight for this one. No time to drop any kind of smokes. How will he fare this time around? They haven't seen him. Hello. Crims has no idea. He's a dead man walking, and Fame just peeks with James' flash. Now he drops a smoke. Molly, nade, lob everything you got. You got a kitchen sink in the middle of the site, and Fame goes up over the smoke, but nothing to be seen. Fnatic have pulled the handbrake up. They've gone cold.
I'm not sure he knows Mezzy dropped as well.
There's a lot of not knowing about this pit position right now. Oh, Mezzy knows, and now it goes both ways. Going to try and flash this, but Mezzy just adamant on the angle. Flit with the trade. It's still in the advantage of outsiders here. The bomb got to try and cross out. James just caught a stray bullet from Nikodos. Flit with a short wrap. Bomb still trapped, down in pit, but that is a very important fight for nikotilan to have won. mejores has lobbed the bomb across. It's kind of a weak throw, but it's fine because nikotilan runs out and grabs it. Kickert's moving up through short. James dinked earlier on, looking to come in and join him over on the short side. Oh, actually going through the apartments here. They need to try and clear out mejores. This is a good crossfire between him and nikotilan, right? They're going to be able to assist one another. Play off of the contact of nikotilan in the back of the site if they want, but oh, he never gets it. Just head taken off immediately. mejores down in the pit, all alone, wins the first fight. Clash of the IGLs, the pistol's out for James. And even though he gets the kill, I don't know if there's time for this. He's on the bomb. It's super close, but he does have it. He's got it.
How many bullets were in the AK, Harry? How many bullets? He had ammo. James was only 1 or 2 shots from death. And mejores swapped to the pistol because we've not seen much of that in this T side for Fnatic, other than the opening couple of rounds of the half.
Yeah, but dude, in a way, like that's even wilder because, you know, there's been a lot of these triple Bs out of the gate.
Any oneers?
Outsiders. They've got James over towards long, and he's holding it down right now. Nade follows up, brings him even lower. He just grabbed another grenade. Where's that from? Ooh, whittling them down. Spam damage, by God. Just get out of long. Just get out of this area,
well,
man.
Fame's out of pit, at least. He's just wrapped apps to come through Boiler. He climbed all the way through, and he's backstabbed them. They're trapped. They are caged, Harry, in the bomb site. The plant will be allowed, but outsiders, this is not a retake. They'll be saving in, lob everything in. Another nade connects. Crims doesn't know where to look, and that is a beautiful shutdown in a 5-on-2. No one dies, and outsiders find 14.
That could have gone terribly wrong for outsiders, though, because sure, like they're coming towards A, right? And James is playing long. Then all of a sudden he's isolated behind the smoke. So they're 5v4, but actually Fnatic are 4v1 on the site. You know, and Fame they're actually 4 versus 0 because Fame is pushing apps at that time, but you know they didn't really. He surprised them, I think, with that plane. They were expecting to see someone inside. That's why they're still running around, checking everything, fashion, looking towards apps.
I love threads, right?
I appreciate the guys who made the appreciation thread.
Yeah, can you make a thread about that, do you think?
I would like more like 50 appreciation. I just want to see like only Yanko appreciation threads. That would be good. Right, flash into banana.
I want to see a Harry appreciation.
Oh, dude, I know. I get them all the time. No, I'm kidding. Right, here we are, look. We haven't really seen this fight. This isn't really a fight we've got to witness yet. This challenge for top banana control.
And do you remember the first half? It was all Flit. It was big Flit in banana on his own. Now he does have James, but James basically selling him, right? He's dropping that smoke. It's not going to be there in time. Oh, are they convinced? There's a gap in it. They still check the corner. And so Flit will not get away with any cheeky play at the sandbags. And that might tempt Fnatic in.
Yeah, there's even this skirmish over towards long. Roy pulls an extra player away from that B side of the map, and I think already outsiders, they're leaning into this 4-stack gamble over towards A, where they just saved the moment that this bomb goes down over in B.
Yeah, and I mean, this is the part where people will say it's, you know, it's a little bit boring. It is a bit hard to watch, you know, when you say, but outsiders are playing to win this game, man. Like, why would they try anything in this situation? What's the higher?
They're not playing for us. They're playing to win.
Do they have a higher chance to win this 4v5 or a 5v5 next round? I think the answer is pretty clear. So.
Yeah, we've always kind of said, you know, they play like what I would call, you know, like by the numbers Counter-Strike, which is just,
I think that's trademark, but yeah. Well, the problem is it's a weird game also for mejores to call, right? Because they lost a couple of rounds on A, but the call was correct. Like that was the weak side for outsiders. So then you're like, well, I think I'm making the right calls, but we're not winning rounds. So do I stay true to the feeling, or do I switch it up just because, you know, I mean, we're losing rounds? So they make another good call. You can see like all these little things that outsiders are trying to do to sort of bait Fnatic and get Flit some kills, but I think they're overthinking it perhaps. You know, they should dumb it down a little bit, and just, if you want to fight for banana, do it with 3 guys. Make sure you get it, make sure you secure.
And then try to go fast into B, but they're not doing that right now, right? And it's like, in rounds where they get that opener onto Flit, normally that's super problematic because they're not like going fast into that bait and switch over towards B. They kind of slow it down a bit. They play out the 5v4. So it's felt a little awkward thus far.
Here it comes.
Triple A as well.
If James goes any further, he will walk into the AWP, and that's an easy one for niko. It's pull Chiron out as he gets smoked on Archway as well as Fnatic look to take the A site in what is now a 5-on-2. Bit of patience would go a long way. Wait for this long wrap, but they don't need to when the Merry Man steps up and chuckles his way to 2 kills, chucks Outsiders out of the round, and finds 11 with no deaths. Damn.
That's a good, another good round from Fnatic, you know, just sort of using utility in Banana to keep Outsiders players there, getting back to mid, taking control. Like, this three rifles working long while the AWP is holding short for reaction is also pretty strong. And James, you know, a little bit too optimistic with that sort of a search on his own with no flash, no utility, nothing to sort of try to draw niko as a aim off.
Yeah, they'd also just heard the AWP at B like maybe 20 seconds prior. Like, he started up Banana, smoked the molly at logs, shot through the wall. So they, you know, that's part of it, right? He's not expecting the AWP on the angle when he goes for the mid face. You'd like to think.
And guess what? Outsiders still have everything, pretty much. I mean, Fame might have a slightly weaker buy depending on what they decide to do if Chiron doesn't drop him. Flit will swap with Fame.
I mean, that's the effect of the saves as well, right? Here's something interesting. Of all the rounds that Fnatic won, with the exception of that, there have been 5 saves. Fasher will eat it. James again.
Yeah, this was the fight that opened up that last round for Fnatic. This time, James won't get the kill, but he at least survives and hasn't given away that 4v5 early. So that makes Outsiders feel a little safer in this one. Flit lobs in that molly.
The kickers heard that.
Yeah, they heard that tag.
Retake utility, or no, just the top B lineup. James in the site, waiting for a commitment, but it won't be happening. Fnatic are walking 4 strong up Banana. Roy lurking in middle, can't even come join them late. He's trying to sell it. Kick it and Flit. One of them smoked out, and the flash did work. He got Kick it deep in. He's ahead. He's above the Molotov. And Fnatic, who wanted to go, now cannot. But Outsiders are so entrenched, they have not moved off of that A site. This is super weird. 30 seconds of Fnatic with no util go right back in.
Are they going to play the double side box, right? Just a bait and switch here. Flit hasn't played his cards yet, but now rears his head. That's 2, and the bomb getting away from him. Oh, we'll find the M4. Juggles his guns around, out with the 3rd, but it will get shut out.
So close.
Where's the help?
It was so entrenched.
Come on.
Roy
Fame still has a smoke.
Oh,
Still
nice.
saved his
He should
smoke.
go back to pit for the save. niko. If he goes deep, he loses the round off this kill. James is waiting, but he gets shot. He gets dinked and still takes out Fame. That's going to call it off. Oh, if James was wider, if he was towards ramp side, that's just a free kill. But no, instead niko gets out with 13 health.
Outsiders are also having an issue with lack of information in the mid to late round, or they were getting punished when they tried to get some, like niko killing James in that round on short with the AWP, right? Like they turtled on A with 3 guys, and if they had a faster rotate, like Flit did a tremendous job, you know, on B. Like they could have just defended B without a plan.
The B players did, you know. I also think that right before that exec came in, I think it was Roy lobbed a flash over towards like Arch side, and the motor smoke in, right? And because Outsiders never had the info, to their knowledge, once again, like CT could have been getting taken. I think that's why we saw everyone rotate down mid instead of wrapping through like Speedway for the faster rotate. So that like added more awkwardness to it. And it all goes back to what you were saying, Yanka, right? Which is like they don't have that info to actually react on. They hadn't like taken mid to get that info, that this was just one guy faking them. And so it made them very easy to like manipulate around the map. It kind of just all hinged on Flit getting away with some monstrous play to win the round.
On top of that, the flash they had at top B meant the Fnatic would pull back through their smoke. They didn't actually ever get spotted. Like, Outsiders didn't know there were 4 players ready to go at that B site. Fnatic will hear they've missed their molly, so they won't be in a hurry, and this double setup still prevails, so, ooh, they pull back to B. Still A, though. 40 seconds. Fasher lurking. Fnatic, not with a lot of time and not with a lot of util either. Someone needs to hit some blinding flashbangs because they're playing anti. Chiron can turn on a dime, and Fame, he might die. He might go down with the ship here, but as long as Chiron can multi-kill, this can go very well. James in the sight.
This is a good crossfire to have. This double porch side setup so hard to flush out. Fame trading every step of the way. The bomb gets away from Fnatic here, and so Outsiders, they were looking for this one golden round to put them onto 15, and this is it. Map point locked in. They've grinded this one back, and now they're just 5 kills away from taking this opening map.
That flash was garbage. That flash went over roof for like an apps pop. If you were jumping at apps, that would be the flash there, but there was nothing for mid.
I think the problem was also the organization of the round. Like, Crims has full nades. He's supposed to go out taps. He drops them to Mezi, who's in boiler, right? Like, instead of giving those...
It's like a much needed round here, even though Outsiders have a couple of
going for a beast.
coffers. Fame doesn't commit to that check, and even if he does now, he's dead. You'd like to think Crims will fall, but they don't know that Roy made it through. Fnatic have to wait. He is the sneaky backstabber. Knife out! Oh, Roy still gets a kill, and will they check for Chiron? Probably not. He gets a freebie, but they're in the sight.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, he's the kind of guy who would want to give this round a go. A 1v3, and Chiron's hungry for it.
Can't tame him.
He hasn't been in Outsiders long enough to know to say in this situation.
Ooh, maybe he's getting told. Maybe he's getting told in this moment now.
CT's not even smoked. This is a round where you almost have to fight your way out.
There is a smoke slowly making its way towards him.
If he waits long enough. And it's,
it stopped rolling.
Well, sorry, Chiron. You'll die to the bomb here, so it exits.
It would actually be big for them if he can save. He needs to drop a gun to Fame.
They're coming. They know he's here. This is my ruins. Unlucky.
So now, I guess it's a half buy for Outsiders, so they can buy in the final round, you know, and try to close it out 16-4.
For the round, some say.
But this is where we're probably...
Oh, keep playing it.
No, wait.
Yeah, yeah, he saw the leg. He definitely did. And Crims, he had a feeling. Don't know what he felt. What has beckoned them into this buy?
This is weird. Yeah, they're not ready for this like immediate swing. With how they were playing that, it didn't look like they were considering that they were ahead of this smoke in banana.
Go home.
Flit.
Oh, what
maybe,
there's no kit. Save.
Yeah, they should just save.
Does he even have armor?
No, we were saying that at the start. Okay. Naked Famas.
Naked Famas.
But here's the thing. Someone will come and say, well, what does it matter if they buy? If they lose a gun or two, they will just save, right? But there's a couple of things. Fnatic has enough money to chase, and they should be running at them now, trying to chase. And the second thing is, you can't count that you will lose a round in a way that you will save. Maybe you have a 3v2, right? And of course, you're playing to win that round, and you lose all the guns. And then what happens? The final round, you have 3,400. So I hated this call from Outsiders. Luckily, it didn't turn out to be horrible for them.
The one thing that's kind of interesting, though, is all they've heard is like the Famas and that one gun on kicker. And I think if you're Fnatic, the last thing you were expecting was like the full investment here, right? You're probably assuming it's like a partial
coming now.
Fnatic at this point is expecting Outsiders to buy every round, have a double up, M4s.
Famas in the final round.
Oh, the uncrouch.
He's spotted them, but they're boosting to try and find him. The nade does good damage, and he gets out of there content with that.
Yeah, I mean, they don't know, but that is a great start to a round for Outsiders, who still, of course, have more smokes.
Gamble A again, and Fnatic's going B.
Retake this round, a rare. These are my favorite Outsiders rounds. Rounds where they can't save Harry. Rounds they have to go for a ballsy last-second retake. That's awkward. He can get the Molotov down. He didn't throw it. It's a smoke instead. He didn't want to blind lob it in. So Fnatic are going to have the sight and a 5v5 and maybe even the post plant. There is no banana flank. These smokes will be very important to cut off a banana post plant. That's going to be the AWP of Nikodos. They're coming through the smoke, were they?
They were hiding in it. They were debating it, but then Krim's got full flash. Oh, the spam is in for Kicker. He has his revenge.
No more smokes.
Fnatic, they do not want to have taken this the full 30 rounds, only to fall right at the final hurdle.
This is going to hurt.
4 men remaining. Fasha holding, waiting for someone to give them a way back in. But this is so awkward. No, you don't have a way to lock off any of these angles. It's like a brawl to try and get this bomb planted. They attempt to bait out the spam.
Nice nade.
Grim's brought down low, the walking wounded. Smoke in over at the top of Banani, losing real estate. Fnatic with each passing second, it's getting away from them. And they've got so little time left. They go looking for kills, but they're coming up short. It's all falling apart. It's all coming undone. And Outsiders classic in round 30 as they're looking to finish it flawless. It doesn't get more Outsiders than that. What a spectacle! What a game!
Chad, how is this team boring? How is this team boring? I am loving every single second, and Fnatic are head in hands, full pain after that one. Yanko, break it down.
Outsiders CS, baby.
Yeah, let's go.
That's all I have to say.